Yes, sir. Ready? I'd like to call to order the work session of the Wyoming Valley West School District for Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. On a roll call, please.
Mr. Pazinski. Mr. Dabaskis.
Here.
Mr. Hardwick.
Here.
Mr. Keating.
Here.
Mr. Usavage.
Here.
Mr. Perfetto.
Here.
Mr. Majer. Mrs. Cassatt.
Order the work session.
Mr. Camus.
Here, Wednesday, January. A moment of silence.
Mr. Pazinski. Mr. Dabaskis.
Here.
Mr. Hardwick.
Here.
Mr. Keating.
Here.
Mr. Usavage.
Here.
Mr. Perfetto.
Here.
Mr. Majer.
Pledge allegiance to the
Mrs.
flag
Cassatt.
of the United States of America.
Mr. Camus.
Here, silent. One nation under God, indivisible, liberty and
Mr. Pazinski. Mr. Dabaskis.
Here.
Mr. Hardwick.
Here.
Mr. Keating.
Here.
Mr. Usavage.
Here.
Mr. Perfetto.
Here.
Mr.
I'd like to
Majer.
announce that there was an executive session prior to this meeting, discussion.
Mr. Camus.
Mr. Tosh, Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Camus. Just really two announcements tonight. First of all, the middle school has partnered with the Center for Independent Living to welcome Project ABLE,
Mr. Majer.
ABLE, ABLE, Accepting by Learning Experiences later this month. Project ABLE is a first-person, first-hand assimilation experience. Thank you, Mr. Camus. Just really two announcements. Exercise modeling those of persons with disabilities. For example, students will assimilate a physical disability, a manual dexterity disability, and a cognitive disability. I want to compliment the middle school and the Center for Independent Living on this partnership. I think it will give our students a better understanding, appreciation, and a respect for what people with disabilities go through in their daily lives. Looking ahead at the January calendar for planning purposes, Monday, January the 16th, school would be closed. The district will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King Day. And on Friday, January the 27th, the district will have an Act 80 day with early dismissal. Thank you, Mr. Camus.
Thank you, Mr.
Looking ahead at the January calendar for planning purposes, Monday, January the 16th, school would be closed. The district will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King Day. And on Friday, January the 27th, the district will have an Act 80 day with early dismissal. Thank you, Mr. Camus.
And I'd like to thank you, Mr. Camus,
Looking ahead at the January.
everybody saw
planning
those
purposes,
proposals.
Monday,
We can have our students draw that up with the.
closed. District will be closed in observance of Martin
Vote on that.
King Day. And on Friday, January the 27th, the district
on
will
that.
have an Act 80 day with early dismissal. Thank you, Mr. Camus.
And I'd like to thank you. Committee reports, Mr. Bass, do you have anything at this time?
Just that I know there's been a lot of rumors out there about our head football position coach and the board continues to go through the process of identifying our candidate and we understand that it is an urgent need and we're trying to get that position filled as soon as possible. So hopefully we'll have it, knock on wood, this month, but if not, we'll definitely get it. I know there's been, and just to add for the technology committee as well. So we ordered the interactive panels. They should be in at the end of January and then we'll work to get those installed. We bid on, or we approved that last month. The E committee has a meeting tentatively scheduled for this Friday to identify a room and kind of get our prices together on what they may cost. As an FYI, I saw a news article that LCCC is now offering a class on that esports and a certificate. And I'm not, for an old guy like me, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it is getting more and more prevalent. Yeah. So and the colleges are offering certifications and classes, and it's kind of amazing to me. But and then lastly, from technology, we put our RFPs out for the copier contract, and we received 4 bids on that, and we'll be reviewing them, and we'll probably set a meeting to bring the vendors in to talk. So I'll let you know when that is if anybody wants to attend it. So that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Tabascus.
Certainly.
Mr. Keating, you want to kind of mix yours together if you have anything?
I sure will, Mr. Camus. As you know, under general recommended action tonight, we're going to vote at our meeting next week to not increase real estate taxes above the index of 5.9%. And starting next month into March, we'd like the superintendent to begin, looking at our staffing needs, potential retirements for the coming year, and the finance committee will begin working with the administration and business manager more closely to again hone in on the best budget possible for us to put forth in May of this year. And I would just like to wish our fellow board members, our faculty, our kids a happy new year. I look forward to continue working with everyone, making 23-24 a great school.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. King, very much. Mr. Hardwick, you have anything at this time?
What I'd ask is if I would be given permission to present my two reports next week.
Absolutely.
I need to check on a couple things of what I can and can't talk about within the special education committee. I mean, I know generally, but I just want to make sure. And I am I'm going to try to put together an Esther's meeting. We did get some information recently, but I'd like to present some little bit of a more in-depth Esther's update to start the year, so everybody knows where we stand on each of the levels of Esther's.
Okay, excellent. Looking forward to Mr. Hardwick.
Thank you.
Mr. Savage, you have anything on education committee?
Mr. Camus, due to a health issue, we didn't get a chance. No one else was involved, but I promise you that for next week we'll have something.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Savage. Mr. Dickon, do you have anything for the safety committee at this time?
No, nothing at this time.
Buildings and grounds, Mr. Guevara, would you mind just giving us where we're at with the high school with Esther's 2, trying to wrap that up and getting that all off the ground right now? Do you have any update on that or no?
With Esther's 2 right now, we have a project out there that is already approved through 3 different contractors. We have a lot of stuff that's on order as far as the air handlers, as far as pumps and motors, doors, the MC panel. So we're just waiting for a lot of the product to come in. The majority of that will happen over the summertime as soon as the kids are out, because we need to open up a lot of the rooms where the air handlers are. We're going to try to do some of the preliminary work prior, as soon as the stuff comes in, but nothing has came in right yet in order to start the work. But there was other parts of the Esther's also. We did do some work on this building in the gyms. We did do rooftop units as part of the Esther's. We did about 11 different contracts at State Street to repair some of the HVAC. I think we have 2. We're waiting for a couple more boards to come in to complete that, and all the sections will be done. So we have done some work with the Esther's 2, but we're not complete.
Everything looks like it's on its good timelines for ordering
Right now,
materials.
yes.
All right, good. Anything else?
No, just Esther's 3 is the next one.
And you saw that email today.
I did.
From June, so that, I mean, that's looking good. It looks like, what do you say, March, it looks like? roughly?
Yeah, in around March. They're heavily working on the middle school because it's such a large portion of it. But doing very well with it. Over the holidays, we came in, worked 3 different days, going through the buildings again. 3rd Avenue, which is going to be set priority because of what happened with the boilers. So they were in that building for 2 days. I sent Labor and Industries recently a check to obtain some drawings because we didn't have all the drawings that we needed for the building. I'm waiting for them. We should have them shortly. It was before Christmas. Just to give them some layouts of 3rd Avenue that we just didn't have on hand. But we're getting there, and they're really close to putting it out the bid.
All right, yeah.
And I know you requested today. I read through it, and he's really pushing on it.
Good, excellent. And just to, hold on, Mr. just to, that our lighting project, our ESCO, that's completely closed out now at this.
The only thing we're not finished with is the switch here at the stadium. We're still, everybody knows that the generators and gears are hard to get. That part we're just waiting for, but we'll do, even if it's midwinter, they'll do a shutdown. But we don't need the lights, and 3 of the transformers that we have, we would shut down with the lights, as far as field lights. The other transformer takes care of all the other electric within that building, but they do a temporary, generator in there to run the boiler. If they had to be out a day or 2, we just discussed it yesterday, but they're waiting for just one part for that.
Okay.
Otherwise, today they got the parts in for outside lighting at State Street because they were no longer available. The fixtures were no longer available. For whatever reason, they had to order and actually make new ones, but they all came in, they started today, and they'll probably done tomorrow.
Okay,
But everything else is complete.
I think Mr. Keating might have a question.
It's actually for Tom and it crosses because of what we just discussed. Is there any update on the status of the insurance settlement for Third Avenue since we last met?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
I can explain a little bit of that. I've been working back and forth with the adjuster and sending just different quotes that we have in for some of the things I've got room in there, such as the generator, such as the Jace panel for the controls. That's been completed. I'm just waiting for some of the invoices to come back. Simplex, which is the fire panel, had to come in and recertified. I'm waiting for that to come to them. So they're waiting for some invoices to actually complete that.
And this is the public adjuster.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Mr. Guevara. Moving on. Staff recommended action items. Is there any questions on 1 through 8? All good there? Finance recommended action items. Mr. Whittier, do you have anything there that you want to go through or?
Not today.
Pretty good. Any updates from the state auditor?
They asked for more stuff today,
Okay,
so it's still going
Okay.
and going.
everything on target, I mean, everything look good or,
We're giving them everything they ask for. They just keep asking for more and more stuff, so.
okay. Okay. All righty, well, any board member comments? All right, so our next regular meeting will be January 11th, next Wednesday here at 7 PM. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yeah, the transportation provided.